80% of Americans took a vaccine. 20% didn't. 20% did not take a vaccine. The vaccine was never safe enough for me to take. Messenger RNA, devised by Pfizer and Moderna, has been chemically modified to be unassailable to enzymes in the body to be broken down. The messenger RNA is found in the human heart of people who die after the vaccine. It's found in the brain. The spike protein is found everywhere in the body. 3 studies now show the spike protein is circulating in the blood for 6 to 9 months after people take the shot. This part of the virus, the lethal part of the virus in the vaccinated, it's circulating in the blood. And then they take a booster, they get more circulating in the blood. It is a killer protein. It cannot be safe. It was not safe by design. Safety trumps efficacy. We cannot tolerate false drug claims. This is in the peer-reviewed literature. This is not misinformation.
Greetings from the east, north, to south, and this wicked-ass place. The topic, was the COVID shot safe? The question is, why you think a pharmaceutical company would promote an unsafe vaccine? Let's get into it. I'm your host. I am the one.
Okay, here's what I think. Do I think that the COVID vaccine was safe? No. One of the things that Big Pharma does is make money. That's their number one priority. It should be a crime that you can affect millions of people all around the world. And for one reason, profit. That's it. And then, of course, if you have a government mandate to ensure that the people will take poison into their body, fine. That's all the better. In other words, they are all in cahoots together. When you force people to take a shot and you threaten their livelihood, therefore it leaves them no choice either to do one thing, one of the two things, either quit or take the shot. Now, I'm pretty sure they knew with the research that they have done that this shot was not safe. Now, remember now, the prison systems around the world is filled with prisoners. Now, the prison system here in America is filled with black people and brown people. So when you can kill millions of people or harm or injure or maim millions of people with no charge, what will stop you from doing it again? Now, the big time world richest people predicted another pandemic. And of course, they're going to go down the same road again. Force vaccinations. They're going to force you to put something in your body that they know is not safe. And the horror stories that you hear time and time and time again from 2020 until now. Now, remember now, these stories in 2020, 2021 was suppressed. Media blackout. Now, they knew something was going on. They knew that. But guess what? If you went to the media, it was considered misinformation. If you was a YouTuber or any social media, bam, they would take it down and give you a strike for telling the truth. Who deserved to be in prison? Who's not going to prison? What is a crime anymore? Now, a crime used to be when you break the law. And of course, they'll have some sort of evidence against you. Now, they had evidence about this COVID vaccine. But guess what? Go ahead and keep that quiet. Pharmaceutical companies, do you know how many lives that you have affected? Do you know how many young people will never, ever be the same? Now, sort of when you get up in age and you live your life, like me, I'm past 60, so, you sort of scratch your head. You'll take the chance. But not the younger generation. You have no heart for young people whatsoever. And you're not going to live forever. How much money do you need? How many lives must you affect? I mean, really, all of this money that you will receive, how much of it can you spend? How many airplanes can you have? How many beach houses do you need? How greedy are you? You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. You would take lives and just throw them away. Certain people will have health issues for the rest of their lives because of you. And guess what? No punishment. This raggedy ass system says equal protection under the law. What a joke. You can take the law and toss it out. Take every prisoner out of the prison cells and put them on the street. Why? Because the system is so messed up that you don't go to jail for committing crimes, but we have to go to jail for committing crimes. So how would that be equal protection under the law? This system is so pathetic. And after a while, people will rebel. I've seen so many people talking about their loved ones and the hurt and pain that's on their faces. Now, if you're black, you pretty much know you're not going to get no justice. You pretty much know that. But the good Christian white people, they want justice. Maybe they will do something about it, but this system, the elitists, the people with a bunch of money, the billionaire class, the Epstein class, I don't think you're going to get nowhere with them. They'll tie you up in a lawsuit for 20 years. This man is the pure devil. Hey, let's go to the next clip.
Now, the topic today is myocarditis or heart damage from the COVID-19 vaccines. I'm a cardiologist. I know the topic well. I've examined thousands of patients with this problem. Thousands. Before the pandemic, I had 2 patients ever with this problem. There's 1,065 papers in the peer-reviewed literature on COVID vaccine myocarditis. So let me summarize them for you. The first one that came on my radar screen that was alarming came from Washington University in St. Louis, August 18th of 2021. The first author is Verma and colleagues, New England Journal of Medicine. 42-year-old man comes into Washington University Hospital with vaccine myocarditis. The infection's ruled out. It's the vaccine. He's in the hospital. This is one of our best hospitals in the United States. He dies 3 days after taking Moderna. They can't save him in the hospital.
Say, Dr. McCullough, move the microphone just a little bit away from you.
Then one was reported from Korea by Choi and colleagues. This is now a younger man. Just a few days after Pfizer, he comes in the hospital. He dies within 8 hours of being in the hospital. I can tell you, I'm a cardiologist. That doesn't even happen with heart attacks. He dies within 8 hours. I examined all of the slides and the images that the Koreans had showed us. It looked like somebody took a blowtorch to that heart. It was so completely fried with inflammation. His heart was destroyed. These cases, which were widely known at the time, should have gotten everyone's attention. Everyone should have been laser focused on this. We should never have someone die after taking a vaccine that's directly caused to the vaccine. Then Gill and colleagues, Connecticut, published in Archives of Pathology. 2 boys, age 16 and 17, who die a few days after taking Pfizer. These are teenagers. They're found dead at home by their parents. They're absolutely horrified. They request an autopsy. They call in University of Michigan and University of Minnesota to look over what are they finding at autopsy. Conclusion, it's Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine myocarditis, unequivocal. These are autopsy-confirmed cases. So for all the mothers in the room, how would they feel if they found their children dead after taking a COVID-19 vaccine? This is in the peer-reviewed literature. This is not misinformation. Everyone should be paying attention to this. This is not conjecture. This is in the peer-reviewed literature. So we started to ask ourselves, what is going on? Turns out that Pfizer and Moderna and Janssen are the genetic code for the spike protein. The spike protein is the damaging part of the virus. The spike protein is loaded into the body and it causes tremendous damage.
You know, when you get this type of evidence, it's so scary. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you got enough non-remorse in your body to continue to promote something that's totally and clearly a risk to people's health, and you do it anyway, there's something seriously wrong with you. There's something seriously wrong with this government. Because as you can see, Dr. Fauci, he have immunity. These pharmaceutical companies, immunity. What type of world are we living in? I would continue to let the tape play, the video play, but there's no need. I'm not an expert on medical terminology. But the basic understanding of what's happening is there's a major cover-up. Just because you have the love of money. Thank you for watching. I am your host. I am the one.